I have a set of...
Don't move.
We're going to roll now. Keep it down.
Oil set.
Now, you can link to your register. We best for you, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, so they kind of see, they need that ear. It's important. Famous ear.
Anytime you're ready.
Rolling, yeah? Okay.
Anything.
Okay. Thank you guys for coming here and being with us on New Grooves. We are in the extravagant VIP lounge at the Ritz, where you guys will be playing tonight. And I guess we should start off, or at least my curiosity is in knowing that you guys had an EP.
I'm so wise I'm seeing your notes. Let's just keep
Oh,
it down, right?
okay. Anytime?
Anytime you can start.
All right, we welcome the Bangles to New Grooves, and we're here at the VIP lounge at the Ritz, where you guys will be playing tonight. Thanks for coming. I've noticed one thing, and I'm curious about why. You had an EP out before the current album that was quite good. Now you have the album out, and along with it you have a video. Do you think that the video is maybe one of the things that's contributing to the amount of success you're having second time around?
That and the fact that we're on a major label now, and yeah, the videos are real important nowadays, and you know, it's really, we put the video out before we even released the album, and the two go hand in hand. People get a good visual look at what we're all about. So.
Yeah. How is being an all-women band maybe a help or a handicap at different times? Is there still a problem with being all women?
I think there's a problem being a rock band that every band tends to go through, and we don't find any special problems, especially with boy bands. You know, maybe once in a while we aren't allowed to open for other bands that have women in
Maybe
them.
we're going to need that question again. You just kind of leaned into this one.
Are you asked that question too much and would rather...
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, we are.
All right, we'll just do another one. Anytime? Okay. One of the recent interviews that I read concerning you guys, one of the statements you made about the band was that aside from being pure straight-ahead rock and roll, you're very proud of the fact that you play classic drums as opposed to using a lot of electronics.
That's right.
There is, I'm sure, maybe part of the reason for that is I've noticed there's an overabundance of electronics and synthesizers all over the place right now. Is that something that you want to avoid?
Well, not necessarily avoid. I just think it's overused now. I think it's getting to the point where they're starting to, you know, overtake the drummer. And I love playing drums, and I love playing acoustic drums because I love the sound of them, the real wood sound. I mean, I think it's okay if it's used with acoustic drums, but when it's just solely that and nothing else, it starts getting really boring after a while.
Machines instead of human beings.
Yeah, there's something about a human being, flesh and blood, playing the wood and the plastic.
It's very primitive.
Yeah, it's very animalistic. You really get into that. It's more of a physical thing. It's more of a human thing as opposed to sounding mechanical and like a bunch of robots.
Yeah. Well, speaking of robots, I heard today that your next video may feature Leonard Nimoy.
Oh, right.
And that Susanna's mother will be directing?
This is already in the past. She did direct it, and Leonard Nimoy did have a bit part in this video.
Yes. A big bit part.
But what does that have to do with robots?
Well, I'm just thinking in terms of Star Trek.
Oh, okay.
And your mother has done directing before? She won an award?
She did a short film called The Haircut with John Cassavetes that was in the
we were
Cannes Film Festival that we were in too. Yes.
How about that?
One of the other things that I think people really notice about you guys and is often mentioned in descriptions of the band is this affection for almost 60s style American rock and roll. What are the influences of the Bangles?
American and British from the 60s, and that's because of the first thing we were hit with when we were, young, growing up in families that listened to music constantly, listened to AM radio constantly.
Right.
That's what was on the radio when we were, in nursery school and kindergarten, and it kind of seeps into you, and it's sort of osmosis. Now it's seeping out. Our formative years, we were very impressionable.
Are there people right now who are creating music that inspires you as much as when you were kids?
Yeah, there are.
Prince.
R.E.M., Elvis Costello.
A lot of different artists. It's a different thing. When you've grown up, you're obviously you see the world in a different way. So it's hits you on a different level, but it's still, there are a lot of artists that are still inspirational.
Yeah. I also heard today that recently when Costello was doing a gig in LA, he personally invited you all to the
Yes.
show.
Yes,
It was real exciting.
That was great.
Because we've been big fans of his for years, and it was just fun to talk to him and get his feedback on the album, which, I mean, he talked to us about the songs, and he
Yeah, it was
really liked.
amazing. He walked out, he had just done the show, he walked out of the backstage door, and I was standing right there, and before I could get it out of my mouth, wow, it was a great show. And he was saying, nice to meet you, I love the album, and it was,
That kind of thing is just
Right.
it's great.
Yeah.
Mind-bangling.
You guys, we know that you have a sound check to get to. This show goes specifically to college audience. Is there any words of wisdom that you want to throw out to our students who are watching you right now?
Stay in school
But
unless you
listen to
drop
rock
out.
and roll, don't forget.
Yeah. I don't know, I dropped out.
I
She
didn't. I got a degree,
hey,
so there.
I never
take
went.
your choice. We pretty much cover the spectrum.
All right. Thank you for coming, and come back when you guys are done with your busy tour.
So thanks.
We'll be out there on the dance floor tonight.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.